Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So if you are someone who is dealing with academic writing and who is struggling with like how to start, what to write, or whether whatever I am writing, does it sound academically correct or not? So believe me, you are not alone. I have been through that, and many of us, whosoever is in the academic field who is writing scientifically, they all have dealt through this. Now, academic writing is not just like how we speak. We use specific phrases over there, like moreover or according to this particular article. We keep citing things. So it's more like a way of representing your things, but at the same time, you also want to back up with the other work which has been done. So it takes a lot of effort to get the rhythm of academic writing, and that's where I'm here to talk about. So if you are doing academic writing just the regular way till now, I'm going to show a much smarter way. I'm going to show you how I used to work using a AI tool which is Jenni AI, which has helped a lot in my academic writing, and that's what I'm going to show you. So this particular tool has made things much easier for me, be it making the paragraph easier, making or summarizing the content for me and reading the other literatures, or even summarizing and putting all the citations at the same place. This has been incredible and made all my workflow easier. So I'm going to share all those things with you. Whatever tips and whatever things I'm going to share in this particular video, they are based upon practical approach. They are not some textbook rules, but they have definitely helped me in the last few months. And of course, we have a lot of AI tools now, so why to work or why to take the things in the regular way? Why not to utilize them in a better way, so that it can give us more smarter and much better result, and it can save a lot of time of ours. So I'm going to share few things with you, some tips with you which has helped me, and I wish somebody might have told me while I was writing my thesis back in my PhD. The first thing which I want to tell you is you should stop writing linearly. You must have seen a lot of research papers. They have 5 major points. They are I, M, R, D, C. I stands for your introduction, M is your method, R is your result, and D is your discussion, and C is conclusion. Generally, if you sometimes you see D or C, I mean discussion or conclusion together. So this is how you will see most of the research papers made. It depends, sometimes you include some schemes and all, those are some extra things, but all in all, majority of these research papers or majority of this academic writing includes these 5 points. So if you can see, the interface is pretty simple. It starts with new documents, library, AI chat. So I prefer using this new. If you click on this, now it tells you that what are the things you want to do. So for now, I'll show you this document. So with this document, you can basically start writing about it. Okay, now the first thing is that what you are writing today, what you are thinking to write down, and then comes with the outline or with the standard outline or with creative headings. What do you want from it? So let's say I want to write down a paper. Let's say I'm working on amyloid fibrils. Let's say I have just given a certain point to this particular Jenni AI, that effect of aggregation and amyloid fibril in cardiac arrest. I have just given some random points to this. This also suggests me that how better this prompt is. It says that consider including important keywords, so I have tried to include some, but I think that will be enough. Now I can use these 3 points, whether I want some creative headings out of it, or I just want some standard headings, or I just want without any outline. So I will prefer with some creative headings, because right now I am completely blank. I just want to see that what creative things can be included here, and I will say start writing. Now it will take some time and it will give me certain points here. Now you can see it has given an introduction for me. Then you can see there are certain points or certain headings which it has made, like protein aggregation in cardiac arrest, role of amyloid fibrils, implication and future directions, and this is how it has made it. Now, if you will start from introduction, if you think of starting from introduction and writing all the way through conclusion, that does not happen or that does not work. You should always start with something which is much easier for you, which generally is your method. So if you have done some reaction or if you have done some project, you know what methods you have used. Okay, so start with your method, which generally is the most easiest part. Once you finish writing your method, and you don't have to write everything all together, because academic writing is 20% writing and 80% rephrasing. Okay, you have to again and again rephrase your things. So start with methods first of all, make some points, and then you can go for the other parts. You can go for the result part, what you are getting out of your reactions or your experiments, and then you can write down your discussion and conclusion and write your introduction at the end. Once you have all the things with you, once you have all the things like your methodology, your results, your discussion, conclusion, now you know what you have concluded. Now you can write your introduction in a much better way. You can just write down or you can just summarize everything whatever you have till now. In the introduction part, you can give some background data, you can tell what was the history of it, what work others have done. You can include all that, and that's how your introduction can be made. Of course, abstract is going to come at the end. Okay, if you're thinking about abstract, that is going to become at the end. Once you are done with all these things, at the last you have to write down your abstract. The next thing is the academic language which you have to use. Now in daily life, you don't use terms like moreover, or it is evident that, and it as it was reported by. So you don't use these phrases in the daily life while speaking, while doing conversation with the people. But while you are writing your academic paper, you have to use these phrases, and that's where Jenni has been very useful for me. I'm going to show you how it can be used to write down paper more academically. Now let's say I am working on a particular project, and I'm going to show you how the rephrasing and auto completion process work, or that particular feature of Jenni AI works. First of all, let me tell you that you can come up to this particular page or the Jenni AI from the link given in the description of this video. All you need to do is click on that link. You will be taken to this page. You have to log in using your email or using your like account with the you have to first of all make an account with Jenni, or you can basically log in using your Gmail. Now Jenni AI has been very kind enough to collaborate with us for this particular video, and they have given me unlimited access to show you all the features of their platform, and I'm going to show you the rephrasing and auto completion part now. So let's say I'm working on this particular project. I have just started it with new here. The overall interface is very clean. That's what I love about it. So let's say I'm working on a particular project. This is just a random thing. I have just given certain points to Jenni, and it has made a outline for me. It has made the heading for me, heading which I just gave, like amyloid fibril and cardiac arrest. It has given the role of protein aggregation in amyloid fibril and cardiac arrest. It has given 4 points also, like introduction and some creative headlines, some creative headings it has made. Now I'll show you that how it is going to help you to think and to like make you unstuck. Wherever you will get stuck, it is going to suggest new things to you. So let's say I don't have anything in my mind for now, but if you are writing, you must be having some draft with you, so you can just start writing the first point of your draft. Okay, so although as I have said that you are not going to write on the paper linearly, you will be having your method and other portions already ready with you, but here I'll be showing you the introduction part. So let's assume that other parts are done from my side, and I'm just going to talk about the introduction part, which I always get stuck while working upon. So let's look upon it, because that's the most challenging part. So let's say I start writing that amyloid fibrils are, let me just correct. Okay, so yeah, amyloid fibrils are prime reason, something like that. Okay, I don't have anything in my mind, but as you can see, it has already given me some prompt. Okay, it has already given me some suggestions, that prime reason behind the development of pathological conditions which are collectively known as amyloid disorders, and it is up to me if I want to accept it or not. So let's say I accept it for now. So you can see that it has also included a citation over here. It has cited a paper over here, which is a research paper from 2017. Okay, and it has taken a paper from the review. Okay, which is cited by 150 other people. So you can see that it has taken a research paper already over here, and you can see it will keep prompting you, or it will keep suggesting you new things. Now it is up to you that you can just copy paste all the things, which I will definitely not recommend you. This is not how you have to use this AI, but let it write. Okay, let us accept what it has written, but with that try to see that what are the things which you want to include in your writing and what are the things which you do not want to use, because sometimes this AI tools can take you in another direction which your work might not be about. So you have to use it in a smarter way, so that you are utilizing the abilities of this particular tool, but at the same time you are also utilizing your own mind, your own ideas to collaborate with it. Okay, and that's where that's what we call smart use of it. We are not just copy pasting the things. Okay, we are using this particular tool smartly to make our work more better and more academically sound. Okay, you can see that how beautiful it has written, and we'll talk about the citations later on, but you can see it has again cited one more paper which is from 2021, very recent paper. Again it has cited a review article. So you can keep like asking it for more prompt, and it will keep suggesting you more and more things. So this is how this particular portion is going to take care of your getting stuck with ideas, or getting stuck with words, or getting stuck with certain phrases. So it is going to complete your phrase with auto completion, and it is going to like suggest you new things so that you can include in while writing. The next thing is about structure. Okay, your academic paper should have a proper structure. As I was telling you in the starting that there are 5 major part of academic paper, but inside those part there is again much more structure involved. Talking about introduction part, so if you just want to structure your introduction part, or how to write down your introduction part, start it from a more broader aspect. So make it in a funnel way, or funnel it down. Okay, so start from a broader aspect, that what was the broader problem, then you have to talk about your specific problem which you are dealing with in that particular paper, and then what is your contribution, what part you have tried to solve in this paper. So that's how your introduction will be shaped. Okay, if you're talking about discussion and conclusion part, so in that you again have a particular type of structure. You start with a summary. Okay, you will talk about a summary of what work you have done, or whatever academic paper, whatever you are presenting. So what is the summary of that? Then you talk and relate it to the past research, what work people have done before you. Then you state some implications of that, and later on you try to tell some limitations of that as well. You don't have to talk about all the limitations, but just a few, so that it should give some room to the reader or to the reviewer that yes, you have worked upon it and you know the limitation of your work as well. And then you also leave some points for the future aspect, that what could be done in future, or whether you are planning to do certain things in future. So that's how you can frame your discussion part. And rest of the part, like methods and research, the result part, these things of course they depend upon what experiment you have done. You have to state that. So it is most difficult to write down, as per what I have experienced. The most difficult part of a research paper is your introduction part and your discussion part. So if you try to funnel it down, or if you try to make it in a structured way, it is going to be much more useful for you. The next thing which I'll talk about is drafting. Okay, let me tell you that when I started writing, I used to think that my first draft should be very perfect, and I should be working a lot on my first draft, and that is going to get published. Okay, or that is going to be the final figure or final way of my paper. But believe me, that's a trap, and I have failed miserably till now whenever I have tried to do like that. And now I have changed the way how I write my first draft. Your first draft is basically your raw thoughts. Okay, you are just writing your raw thoughts about the project or about the work. Whatever thoughts you have, you just write them down, and that is going to be your first draft. Your entire paper, as I said, is not just drafting but rephrasing, and that's where Jenni AI is going to come with more help to you. Next, let's talk about references. I emphasize on this part because I have struggled personally a lot. While writing your paper, never leave for references for later. Sometimes what we do is, let's write down whatever we are getting, and we will write, or we will find the references later. That's never going to happen. Okay, you have to start, or you have to manage your references along the way you are writing. You can use various different tools like Mendeley and Zotero and others, but if you are using Jenni AI, that is much smarter way of organizing your references. I'm going to show you how you can use Jenni AI for managing your references now. Oh, the next thing which I'll be telling you is about the citation management or the reference management, which AI has become so powerful and so useful for you. So you can see that we already have like it has already included like 6 or 7 like references in this particular article. Now it depends upon you that which article for which paper or which for which article you are writing in. Now of course we already have lot of tools or lot of like citations management app or softwares like Monterey or Zotero, but this is AI powered, and that's why you don't even have to find out these citations. You don't have to make note of them, but it has already made them, and it has already made them all together for you. Now here is the magic. Okay, you can, by one click, you can change the entire like way or entire like format of your reference. You can see that here like they have around 1700 styles of references depending upon what research paper you are writing in. For now I have kept it in RSC format, which is Royal Society of Chemistry. If you are a chemistry student, you know about that. Even you have format like ACS format. So if I want to write down it in American Chemical Society, so ACS. So if I click on this, you will see that now these all references are in ACS format, which has, if you will, like if you are writing a paper and if you have to do this manually, it is going to take a lot of time, and you can change that very easily over here. Same you can just there is there are other references also, like other format also, like for example Elsevier format. If I click on that, it has converted into that. If I want to convert it in Taylor and Francis format, that can be done easily. So you can see that how easy and how effective it is to manage your references and to cite a particular paper. Basically you can also edit your citations in case if you find out or you think that there is something not correct over here. So you can go to this edit, you can hover around this particular citation, go to edit, and now you can make changes in this particular like citation over here. There are other narratives also, so that can also be changed from here. Okay, you, if you want to see this citation and want to read about this paper, you can just click on this and it is going to take you in the next like in the other like tab. It is going to take you to that particular paper where you can basically read the whole paper. Okay, so that is the power of Jenni AI, and I definitely love this particular feature of it. Now, because I have talked about a AI tool in this video, let me tell you that you have to use AI smartly. You should not completely rely on AI, but you have to use it so that it can help in your workflow. So you know that writing itself is cognitively exhausting, and that's why I use Jenni AI, because it makes my workflow much easier. It's not about I'm taking things from the AI, but basically I just want to get unstuck. I don't want to get stuck somewhere. So that's where this AI is helping me to think more, to give more ideas, and so that I can include that in my workflow, and that can help me in my overall productivity whatsoever I'm doing, whether I'm writing a research paper or whether I'm writing a review article, or if I'm writing something which is academically important, or if I'm summarizing some research paper. Let's say there is a research paper which I want to summarize and want to understand myself. All these features of Jenni has been always useful to me, and that has become a part of my workflow these days. Some of the features which I love about Jenni AI is auto completion of your incomplete phrases, citation suggestion, that's one of my favorite, and of course content rephrasing that makes my writing more academically correct. So basically what we are doing is we are directing this AI tool to make our writing easier rather than just copying and pasting everything what it generates. And last and the most important tip is about your final polishing. Final polishing involves correction of your grammatical mistakes, checking mistakes or checking spelling mistakes in your writing. Sometimes it happens that you miss something. See, when you are writing something, you get brain fogged and in that case your colleague or someone who is close to you, you can give that article to them to read, because their eyes can catch few things which you might be missing every time. So that's why it is always recommended to give your writing to someone to read, so that they can find out some mistakes, because that's how our human mind works. While you are writing in your head, you are writing it correct, and even if it is wrong, your mind might read it correctly according to what it is there in your mind. But if somebody else will read it, they will be able to find that mistake. So
Now, there is one more very interesting feature of Jenni AI which I want to include here, which is correcting the grammatical mistakes and correcting some some random mistakes if while writing you have made. So all you have to do is, let's say you have written a paragraph or you have written a part of it, or even when you finish writing, all you have to do is give a prompt to Jenni AI over here. You can see on this side of the screen, you have to ask the assistant to check grammar for you. So all you have to do is give a prompt over here to the AI that can you review the current document for any awkward phrasing or grammatical mistake, and just say send, and Jenny is going to take some time thinking about it, and then it is going to generate the whole paragraph for you with whatever things are needed. So you can see that it has even given you some general tips, that what are the things you have to look for, what are the active voices which you have used, word choices which you have used. So it has also given you that where you have to use it and what are the things which you have to avoid. And there are certain more points which it has given. It has even corrected some of the point, you can see. So yeah, this is super useful even for checking your grammatical mistakes. You can rely on Jenny AI and it always works well.
see, writing smartly does not mean cutting edges and doing some cheating. Okay, what we are actually trying to do is we are trying to take help of some tools, some AI tools, and using some strategy, so that we can save our time and we can get some quality content out of it. Jenny AI has been absolutely useful for me during my academic writing for last few days, and I wish this was earlier when I was writing my thesis. If you are someone who want to try this, of course the link is there in the description of this video. You can look upon it and you can try Jenni AI. There are a lot of features which are already there for free. If you want to take the pro version, which I would highly recommend you, you can use my code, which is ABR20, and the code will be there on the screen. So try to use the free version first and see how it is improvising or how it is helping in your writing, like whatever you are writing, how it is helping in that. And then when you look upon the use of it, and when you feel that yes, it is definitely useful for you, then upgrade yourself to the pro version, and don't forget to use my code, which is ABR20 in that. So that's it from my side for this particular video. I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, keep writing, keep researching, and see you in the next video. Take care.